Welcome to the Nameless podcast. I am Ophinius, and this is Kuma. And it's been a while, Kuma, since we last recorded, but there's actually a good reason for that. You were sick with COVID for a while, and how you feeling right now?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not dying, but it still sucks because I'm still coughing. And I sometimes bring up some mucus too. It's been 3 weeks. So I don't know. What is mild to you guys? Like what does mild mean? You know?
Like mild symptoms?
I don't know. They keep saying Omicron is milder than Delta. What
Whatever
the
that
fuck is
means. Like,
mild? Exactly.
what is
I'm still
yeah,
sick.
that's true. I don't know, like on the degree of awfulness. I don't know.
Maybe deadly? Because I'm not
Deadly, yeah.
hospitalized. But I'm still symptomatic. Still suck, you know.
Still
And
wish you were
some,
dead.
huh?
No, not there
Well,
yet.
no. I'm monitoring my oxygen level. It's not at 99%, like pre-COVID.
Yeah.
I just noticed that the number is kind of couple numbers down compared to my norm.
Yeah.
So something did change in me.
Yeah. You were
Hmm.
worse. You were a lot worse a week or two ago. I think you couldn't even really
Uh-huh.
talk.
Well, it was a. I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you my experience. So I got the booster, right? And like every time I got those vaccine shots, right? The side effects, like side effects right afterwards. I feel like the vaccine side effects is much worse than catching COVID in my experience. Catching COVID, the side effects I feel like is much longer. Like it's going on 3 weeks. For COVID vaccine, I felt like shit for the first 2 days. Then I got better. Everything else disappeared. Life goes on. But catching COVID, I'm still suffering. I don't feel like shit, but I'm suffering. It's still sucky.
You're suffering in a new way, which is not your usual lifestyle.
Yeah, and I feel short of breath. Like during the vaccine, I never had that symptom. So
Yeah, what? You just have a lingering cough and you're just like
uh, I feel
congested
I feel I can't take a deep breath. If I take a deep breath, I start coughing.
or coughing. Yeah, you're still
Uh-huh.
congested then.
And there's some urges for me to keep coughing. I don't know. It doesn't feel like my lungs are at its full capacity.
Go to a doctor, man. Like, get checked out, get some medicine for that cough.
Uh, I don't know if they're gonna do anything for me. I'm taking
No, trust
medicine right
me.
now.
Like, even okay, I had bronchitis years ago, and I had this like similar symptoms.
Well,
Like if
mhm.
I inhaled too deeply, then I start hacking and coughing because there's like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
congestion.
That's
There's
what
like
I feel.
congestion I can't get out just by regular coughing. So the doctor prescribed to me a medicine that basically would dislodge that congestion. So then when you start coughing, it's going to like you're gonna just remove it. So it actually
Okay.
helped. It was a little violent, but it got it out, and then I was felt a lot better because it was just stuck there, like regular coughing. Like when I when I was going through it before I went and got the medicine,
Mhm.
it was like little bits of it, but it wasn't enough. I kept, this thing was still there. What I'm saying is, get it checked out. Saying, even though I didn't have COVID at the time. Maybe I hope I didn't, but
What year was that?
this was probably in 2014, 2015.
Nah, it's not COVID. Maybe bird
No,
flu or some other shit.
no. I know exactly what it was. It was like it was like winter and I was going to a night class and it was like 20 degrees out, and for
uh,
some silly reason, I was breathing through my mouth the whole way through, like walking back from my class to my car. So then I just kept inhaling like cold air, and then I just got infection and everything, and that it just went downhill from there.
oh wow, interesting.
Bad.
Is the medicine Mucinex?
It might have been, yeah. I think I definitely used Mucinex, but I think it was an over-the-counter medication because
Okay.
Mucinex wasn't enough. Yeah, yeah, man. Just get it checked out, and then we could do more frequent podcasts. Just wait like a few weeks for you to get better, hoping, but got
Mhm.
worse sadly for a bit.
Yeah, I just hope I'm not getting sick again because my throat feels kind of weird, and it's the same weird feeling I had before I started the COVID symptoms.
Oh man,
So I don't. I'm just hoping that I didn't get reinfected.
hope not. Get
Just
checked
give it a
out.
few days, see what happens.
I don't know. Get tested
Mhm.
again.
Oh, again? Nah, fuck that. I'm done.
Okay. Anyway, that's
Done.
our COVID war stories from Kuma, our new segment until he recovers from COVID. But we actually wanted to talk about the Activision Blizzard acquisition by Microsoft, and now the Blizzard Bungie acquisition, Sony.
Mhm.
There's a lot that happened. What do you want to start with first?
Well, well, that's their mission. They missing something and they need to consolidate, and that's how they do it.
Who?
Microsoft, both
Microsoft?
companies, yeah,
Oh.
both companies. So Microsoft initially did not have any game studio making them exclusive games, right? So they went out and bought uh Bethesda. Remember last year?
Uh, well, that's not entirely I mean, they had 343 studios for Halo and stuff. Are you talking about like what was normally originally third party and then they bought now it's first party?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they need some way to like
So you just
uh
mean they were expanding their first party
yeah,
like
okay, yeah.
own
I guess
studios.
that's what I meant. Yeah, first
Yeah, okay.
party.
Because they
Yeah, they
had
need
their own
some.
first party, few of
I
them.
mean, yeah, they don't have enough. It wasn't enough to compete with Sony because Sony was killing it. The PS4 era, they keep dropping these first party games, and they were like selling like hotcakes.
And
They were so good.
Microsoft's Xbox One was their focus was so weird because it was what the Connect and like
Yeah.
multimedia stuff. It's like I don't know. It was such a scattershot thing. It was not game related whatsoever. They were trying. Get the
hmm
feeling they were trying to expand more into other things, but that completely failed.
Yeah. It didn't help that their their initial cost was so expensive, and you have to get the Connect with it. And there wasn't any games for the Connect. That was horrible. It's like telling people to buy the PS VR and barely any fucking game. You must get it too. And you had to pay extra price for it. That's some bullshit. And they would try to do that DRM shit too. Like, oh, you can't share games. And Sony was like, here, here's a fucking disc. Here, friend, you can borrow it.
Oh
They
man, I
they blew
remember
that
that.
shit.
Oh
They blew
man,
that
I
shit out the
forgot about
water,
that.
man. So so right now, Microsoft have a new opportunity to like just catch up. They try and catch up, and they doing their best.
Oh
Bought
yeah.
out all these people because these people got some very fucking good games, and people flock to these games. Like let's name some of the games that Bethesda makes. Go ahead, name some.
There's a lot. Bethesda owns a lot. Okay. I'll start with
Good games, good games, good
good
games.
games. Okay. I'm not going to include Elder Scrolls or Fallout then, because those are not good games.
But people play those games though.
playing doesn't mean it's good. You could be playing a turd of shit.
Okay, fine.
And
Let
it's
me rephrase it. Popular games. That's what star sellers.
okay.
Money making. Go ahead, name a
Okay.
few.
Okay, they have Doom, they have Quake, they have Dishonored, Dishonored 2, they have Prey, they have Fallout, they have Elder Scrolls, they have Starfield,
Yep,
I
the
think.
new title.
Um they have Wolfenstein.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm missing some. Oh, they have that they had that Space Kitty game that was old. I forget what
Space
it was
Kitty.
called. It was like an old series. I can't Commander something? Commander Keen or something?
Never heard of it.
They showed it once and then people were like, "Oh, wow, that's old." But anyway, that's off the top of my head. I was missing something else from Bethesda.
But yeah, but that's a lot of games already.
That's only
You
for
know?
them, which
Yeah, yeah,
is nuts.
exactly. So and they went out and bought another big fucking like gaming studio. So name some games from them.
From
Activision.
Obsidian, of course.
They bought them too?
Yeah, they had Obsidian.
What games they make?
Obsidian has made KOTOR 2. Of course, I'm gonna name that first. Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
Alpha Protocol. No, that's not coming back. I like that game though. Let's see what else. Obsidian made what was that? Outer Worlds.
Okay. I didn't play that one.
Yeah. They made a bunch of CRPGs like Pillars of Eternity, I think.
Okay.
Um, yeah. I almost said for some reason they made Dying Light. No, that's Techland. Yeah, Obsidian's a huge, well, pretty big RPG maker.
Okay. So like see, so say grab some of that and then Activision.
Activision, they've well, I wish I could say I cared about any of these franchises now, but I don't. They
But you
they
used to play a lot of
really
games from them though.
they have a bunch of big name things, and that's mostly from Blizzard. Honestly, the only big thing from Activision side is well, no, that's not true. The biggest thing is Call of Duty. Sadly,
Mhm. Mhm.
they also own Spyro, Crash Bandicoot. And then the Blizzard side is well, Warcraft, StarCraft, Diablo, Overwatch, and then they're making a new survival series. What it's called yet, but nobody knows.
Mm.
This is the big ones, I guess, if you want to count Heroes of the Storm and
Never
and
heard of them.
Hearthstone.
But yeah, those are a lot of games. A lot of popular games that people play all the time. So yeah, so you see how Microsoft is catching up with, Sony on that terms.
They're spending a lot of money, but they have yet to see any results. Which their plan is obviously to for the future.
Mhm.
This is all to lay down the groundwork, and then just like, all right, once they're all these games are all ready to go, then they'll start firing them off in succession. So then we'll start seeing a bunch of Microsoft, like splash screens on games, and just like every year kind of thing, just like
Mhm.
Marvel movies kind of thing.
Mhm.
So they're laying
Yeah,
down
they're
the
catching
foundation
up.
for it.
They're catching up to Sony first party titles, and by having all these teams together, they could like exchange information. I'm sure they're gonna craft some very good games with good stories, you know.
I think they
And now
will.
think about it.
They
Think
have
about it. They
some.
actually
They actually have the pedigree now.
and they actually kind of creep up on Sony's movie stuff. Halo's TV series is releasing
That comes out in
next
about
month.
a month and a half or something.
Yeah, so they're doing that because that's Sony's territory. Sony has movies and
Oh, Sony's
series and
going
stuff.
huge into it, which brings me into the Bungie thing. They want to make Bungie movies and shows and stuff.
Mhm. Okay, let's go to, Sony then. So, Sony seeing that threat, like, "Oh, shit, Microsoft is trying to catch up to us." They know that we've been releasing these first-party hitters that are console sellers, right? They're catching up to us. So,
Yeah.
they have to, like, get serious too, but they don't have that amount of cash that Microsoft do.
Oh,
Microsoft
they're
is just a
way
bigger
less.
company.
The amount of money
Yeah.
they actually have
So they
much
gotta make
smaller.
smarter purchases. So they've been buying partners that they've been working with for a long, long time that they know they've been doing good work. And they know they're gonna release good games as well.
I'm
So
surprised. I'm surprised they didn't go for two Japanese companies,
well, this is what I
or even
heard.
make an offer.
This is what
Maybe
I
they
heard.
did.
This is what I heard from other people talking. Sony is a Japanese company. Japan has really strict monopoly laws.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So if Sony buy other big Japanese companies, they might become a monopoly. They can't. That may not be able to happen. Maybe that's why
Okay.
it's so much easier to buy Western companies.
Maybe if we don't have the same laws.
Hmm.
Like, yeah, so go for it. Whatever. God, we need to change
Yeah,
those laws.
because
Those are
like
terrible.
you're right. They do have very good partnership with these Japanese companies like Capcom, Square
Because
Enix,
they Capcom and Square Enix to the
SquareSoft.
top of that list.
Uh-huh. A very good partnership with them in the past. They made so many games exclusively for the PlayStation in the past.
That's the not final. The Resident Evil 7 VR thing still hurts.
Yes, it's still PlayStation exclusive to this day. I'm still waiting for it to come out. But yeah, like Sony been buying all these companies that they work with together for the longest, and then they snatch up shit. What's that company called again? They snatch up
Bungie.
recently. Yeah, Bungie. So that was kind of odd, but I see where they're coming from. They say that Bungie has a good track record of having this long success. I don't know if it's success or not, but it
It's
is
successful,
decent.
but I have I have a lot of problems with Destiny 2.
I mean, I as well. I do too. But hey, people still playing that shit. They're still putting out DLC. They're still supporting it, and it's
Yeah.
still a fucking good-looking game.
Oh,
It
it's
still plays really
gorgeous, and the
well.
shooting is still tight. Like I had never any doubts.
Yeah.
It's
So
always
so
been
yeah,
the focus of their story is what?
yeah. Story shit, but that's okay. Sony got that shit covered. All their first-party game got good fucking story. They just need a tight shooting game because they don't have any type shooting games.
That's
They
true.
don't have
I guess the closest
so
thing would be what? Horizon?
shooting.
Uncharted,
Um,
I guess.
no.
Last of Us.
The Killzone's supposed to be the Call of Duty killer, but it
This is
didn't
the
work
last
out.
time they'd made a Killzone game. PS3, early PS4. Was it Killzone
No,
3 or 4?
PS4. PS4.
PS4.
Uh-huh. Big same studio that make Horizon. So,
Guerrilla Games, Guerrilla Studio, whatever.
hmm
I don't remember their exact name.
yeah, Gorilla.
Okay.
The thing is, yeah, and Sony doesn't have a live service kind of game. So Bungie has that experience. They want to make live service game to make more money. So they got them too. And Bungie, they want to enter the entertainment industry of film. Sony has that cover. So now, Halo got a TV series. Okay, a Destiny series. Let's see what happens. Uncharted is coming out this month, you know.
The movie? Really?
I believe so. Yeah, I believe
Damn.
so.
I could not
If
care
not
about
this
that
month,
movie.
is next. Me too. I'm not very into Uncharted like that.
Me
But
neither.
still, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah,
fuck.
I see. They're pushing really hard into trying to
Yeah. They making shit. Fuck. I mean, the Spider-Man is having another another trilogy, right?
the movies.
Right? Yeah. Is it?
Yes, I think they're planning another trilogy.
And then they had the Venom. They have Morbius. Like that Spider-Man universe is all Sony. Uh,
Their divisions are
Sony's.
different though, like the movie and game division. They act differently.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's all under Sony. Sony own that shit.
Right.
So Sony has the entertainment, experience. So just got to do all that,
They
combine
have
this.
the
Oh yeah, The
entertainment
Last of
experience
Us.
of making garbage movies. Yes,
Is it really garbage? I don't know. I actually
Venom.
enjoy it.
Venom was not a good movie.
I didn't watch Venom. I'm talking about Spider-Man right now.
Spider-Man. They never really made Spider-Man. Those are more Marvel. That's
Was it?
Marvel's thing. Like they had
Motorcycle
a
Sony
deal with
though.
them, but Marvel is the one that
Oh.
I think did the heavy lifting.
Mm. Well, I don't know.
And
Uh,
Pixels. Pixels is a shit movie.
what? Which one?
Pixels.
Never heard of it.
Adam Sandler.
Oh, that movie. I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it. Well, The Last of Us TV series also coming out. I'm just
Is that
saying
a
they're making.
retelling or is that like
I don't know.
separate? Like,
I'm still gonna check it out
dude,
because
I'm
we don't know.
adding all Last of Us out. I don't care anymore. I
Oh,
stopped
you're saying
caring
that?
after one. I was like, okay, now they're doing too much.
I don't know. Until you try the game yourself, I don't think you should make a judgment so soon. Oh,
No, I'm good. Last of Us ended after one. That's it for me. I know it
right.
starts with two, like they continue with two, but I don't need to know anymore.
I did play a little bit of two. I like it. It's not bad. It looks really good. It looks a really good game.
Oh, I'm sure
I
it
didn't get far
does.
though. I didn't get far though. But
But yeah,
yeah.
they're big media, multimedia push to everything else outside of games.
Well, they need some other way to compete and to make money. There's just too many companies out there. They gotta do their own thing. I mean, originally Sony was a music company, isn't it? The
No, I
Walkman.
thought it was the electronics.
Well, they make the Walkman. Really popular.
Yeah, they didn't start out as gaming or anything. Started gaming was PS1, right? They didn't make any
Yeah.
other gaming stuff before then. They had collaborations with Nintendo actually, more than anything.
Hmm.
Nintendo was stupid and they just let them go off and do their own
Yeah.
thing.
That was done. That was pretty dumb for Nintendo. They missed out. But that's what we need competition. Competition, brings innovation, and it's just better for everyone. So right now we got these two big giants are just trying to outdo each other, which is fine. I don't mind. Just bring me some good games, you know.
Fine, but I don't want this trend to continue of like corporations swallowing other companies and smaller companies and having all this happen and then there's less competition.
It's been happening for a while,
I
man.
know it
I mean,
has
Tencent,
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 yeah. Tencent's been
yeah.
quietly doing it. These are more publicized.
Mm,
Tencent's very quiet about it. That one's
okay.
scary.
So,
Yeah, it's do you view the timing of the news say for Sony's Bungie acquisition as a response to Activision Blizzard?
man, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Because like these acquisition takes a long time.
Exactly.
Probably in the talks, hidden. I may think this is the response to Bethesda from last year. It just
Maybe.
happened
This has
now.
gotten
It's
to
just
take this
coincidence.
has to have have taken months
Mm-hmm.
just discussing it or
Uh-huh.
coming up with an offer and everything and just
Yeah.
working out how much you want, blah 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 blah.
Hmm.
How's it gonna
It's just
work?
that I feel like it's just the public and the media was giving Sony so much shit and the stock dropped so much they just gotta announce some shit. That's all. And this is what they have.
The good old stock market, based on emotions more
Yeah.
than anything.
Sony lost a lot of fucking money from Microsoft acquiring Activision Blizzard.
Yeah, they did. Okay,
So
since that happened, do you think Sony would acquire any other big name studios? Not including Japanese ones. Like
mm,
realistically, what do you think?
I don't know. I mean, Sony still got money. They're still a big player.
Okay.
Anybody willing to sell to them,
Do you
sure.
think something like EA would ever
I
be
thought
sold to
EA
them?
will be a, for me, honestly, I thought EA will be a good competitor against Activision Blizzard because like Call of Duty is the big money maker over their side. So another shooter would be Battlefield. And Battlefield been doing a shit job, so I figure like Sony will, okay, let me buy this IP and let's
Frankly,
complete.
EA's best shooter is Apex Legends.
Oh, is that from that's
That's
also
EA.
from
That's Respawn Entertainment.
Oh, okay.
They also made
But
Titanfall and the Jedi Souls game.
I feel like Apex is not it's a competitive shooter. It's not one of those team-based shooting.
I mean, you have to. Well, okay. I think some
It's
modes
not
are
like
solo and stuff, but you do have to be in a trio. I think. I haven't
because
played that since
I
it
guess
first came out.
when I think of like war-based shooters, it's Call of Duty and Battlefield. Apex is
Okay, that's
one
a
of those
battle
super.
royale. That's different.
I
That'd be,
feel like
I guess you
Apex
if you
is
had to compare. Okay, if you had to compare the same kind of genres, then it would be Call of Duty Warzone versus Apex Legends because those are both battle royales.
well, I was thinking Apex and Overwatch because it's like kind of like superpowers,
Kind
their own
of. I
abilities,
mean,
kind of thing.
they've got similar mechanics of that, like hero abilities and everything.
Yeah.
But
Mhm,
yeah, I guess it would depend. I'm just trying to bring it down to like battle royales,
mhm,
and I guess it has a mix of hero shooter too.
mhm. Well, I'm just thinking of companies, gaming companies that's just doing bad. They want to sell, you know. Apex is doing well, so I don't think they're gonna sell. I think companies that
For EA,
are doing bad that needs to let go will be Konami.
oh no, uh,
Konami has no reason to keep their gaming division. They can easily sell to Sony, right? Sony will grab that shit up like, oh, fucking delicious, and then give that shit to Hideo Kojima.
Kojima, yeah,
Fuck,
and then they're reunited
fucking
again, and
make,
then Metal Gear Solid is back.
yeah, it's back, baby, and people be like, fuck
Oh yeah,
yeah,
and Silent
Sony
Hills,
wins,
and
and
Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill, like I want that shit too. So fucking Sony wins just like that. Just by having Konami, Sony fucking win.
Oh,
End of
and more than
story.
anything, I want Hideo Kojima to make a dramatic Yu-Gi-Oh series.
A dramatic Yu-Gi-Oh
Just,
series. I mean,
it's just make a Yu-Gi-Oh game.
hey, but
He'd
I
be
think
perfect
I
for it.
I feel like because ever since Konami released a Yu-Gi-Oh game, I think they are a gaming studio again because that is a fucking big hit.
Oh god, they flip
It's,
flop like crazy. It's like, no, we're not doing it. We're gonna do pachinko machines and gamble machines and all that crap. And then we're going, oh, let's
uh,
make some video games. Let's make fucking Metal Gear Survive and all that shit. And I was like, oh, let's go back to
uh,
games.
well,
Like,
I mean,
God.
it's their biggest hit and it was fucking free. It was so much fucking fun.
What was?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Master Duel?
Yeah, I have a good time. The music. Tell me if the music wasn't good.
I forgot the music already.
The music's good. It has this orchestra.
My brain
Uh,
got overwritten with Final Fantasy VII's music
oh yeah.
remake. So good.
I mean, okay. If Square Enix fucks up with 16 and Part Two and Forspoken, I could see they could sell it to
A lot of
Sony.
mess ups.
You never know. It's just a lot of pressure. You know, it's another fucking uh number in Final Fantasy. Forspoken is a brand new IP. I looked at the trailer. It wasn't that impressive, in my
Oh, for
opinion.
some reason I thought you were talking about that Final Fantasy Souls like game.
So it was like that actually looked good. Not gonna lie. I saw the trailer. It looks good. You like
I like Chaos.
Team Ninja, right?
I do
You like
like
Team
Team Ninja.
Ninja? Then
I
you
like
like
Team
this
Ninja,
game.
but the videos I saw of it, well, I haven't seen the one since the first E3 one. And the combat didn't look anywhere near as good as Neo's.
Well, it's not exactly like Neo, but just as good. It's better than most Souls-like game. All the Souls-like game you've been telling me that it's gotten old, the formula is too old, there's nothing new. This
I
has
mean,
something
yeah, it
new.
hasn't really fundamentally changed since their Demon Souls even.
Well, this one has something new. This one is cross-gen, cross-platform, 3 players. You can play with 3 players.
Oh, you can play co-op. Hey,
Yep,
do you want to
throughout the
play?
whole
No, you're
game.
not gonna play co-op with me.
Uh, three
No, you're gonna
players,
play single player, and then you're like, hey, let's play it in a year or two. It's like, and then you'll forget. But it's like, no, I want to play some new games.
and then you could change your class on the go, like
So I could be
fucking
a
Final
white
Fantasy
mage
10
DPS.
on Final Fantasy 10 Part 2, like that on the fucking go.
I could
You could
be a
change your
dancer
class.
or
I don't know if
singer.
there's a dancer in there, but you could change class on the go just like
I want to
that.
dance with those boys, those thick boys, with those broadswords, and just beat people up with my dance moves.
The only problem is with Stranger of Paradise. That's the name of the game. Uh, might be the story, but then again, Team Ninja doesn't really have good story
They're not
for
known
Neo,
for
right?
story. They're known for gameplay.
So there you go. So there you go.
Attest to that
Another.
from that Dead or Alive and beach volleyball.
Wait, they made that too? That's
Yeah,
Team
I think
Ninja's game?
so. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I thought they just borrowed the IPs and made stuff.
I
Okay.
I believe they made those actually.
Okay. Honestly, if I was still a horny teenager, I will fucking buy those games. No fucking lie. I would.
And there's the truth
But
of it all.
I'm a cheap ass old man now and I could get that shit elsewhere, so I don't need to play games like that. Yeah, but going back to
The
that
horny
game,
teenagers.
Stranger of Paradise. uh, gameplay looks good. I just like the Final Fantasy lore, so I think I will have a good time learning about Final Fantasy 1 because I never
Yeah,
played the
this
game.
is based off of Final Fantasy One because Garland and like Warrior of Light. There's like those things that, man, that's some old school Final Fantasy stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So I never played it, so I'll probably have a good time learning the lore, the story, the world.
They
So
also
I'll
have
have fun
some.
learning about that.
Funny enough, they also have some locations from Final Fantasy 14 there.
Oh, okay. Cool,
Kind of
cool.
weird.
Well, Final Fantasy's all encompassing, so sure, why not?
True.
So if Square Enix doesn't fuck up on these new games coming out, then they should be out. Because like, um, what's the game that really fucked them over? The Avenger.
Oh, yeah.
They lost so much fucking money. They put so much money into that game. They lost so much money. So,
They made a lot of problems. They made a lot of mistakes
mhm.
with that one.
So yeah, so yeah, if they don't redeem themselves with these new IPs and these new games coming out, they probably had to sell themselves to to Sony, if the Japanese laws allows it.
I don't know. I mean,
or Microsoft just fucking buy them. So because Microsoft is now a
oh
Japanese
man.
company, so that'd be
I
like
don't know.
really. I
Microsoft
don't
doesn't
know.
need
I
any
don't
more
know how.
studios.
I don't
They
know how
have
I'm gonna feel
plenty
about
now.
that.
They have so many now. They have so many IPs for this thing. And I'd rather have just Square Enix be solo. Like independent from them.
Mhm.
I don't know.
I mean,
I mean,
Bungie,
they had success like Square Enix. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a huge success.
but that's mostly banking on nostalgia, if you think about it. And they had a rough development. It was like fucking 10 years or more.
True.
They lucky. They lucky is actually even playable and decent. You know, if I feel like if no one ever played Final Fantasy 7, got into this game, they might feel a little iffy about it because one, it's incomplete. You know.
Java doesn't have the other parts.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So they're really
Yeah.
banking on nostalgia mostly. But I still gotta give them credit because it's still a fucking good game. Like they learned a lot from 15 and Kingdom
That's a
Hearts.
very
Took
good
the
game. I just
It
know
took a
which
lot.
game this was seriously based off of, which it was like, huh, this is games got these older games vibes a lot. I was just say it's heavily influenced by Final Fantasy 13.
Really? Oh, you just
Like the
mentioned something
leveling
about.
system and the corridors you walk through, like narrow, and then you just go through it. I've done all that stuff in Final Fantasy 13.
Oh,
That is
okay.
very reminiscent of
I, s-
13. This is a
I
better
see.
version of 13, but it's still like a 13.
Okay. I didn't think of it that way because I only played 13 once. So
Oh, I
good,
played that for about 200 hours,
good.
so
Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with you?
so I know like this vibe. I've played this kind of game before. This corridors and treasure chests and stuff hidden behind hidden paths and stuff. It's like, wait, this is 13, and then the leveling system. This is like 13's.
Oh, okay. Well,
Just
I feel like the characters are
oh, and the stagger
better.
meter. That's from 13 too.
Really
Yeah.
interesting. Okay. Well, that's how Final Fantasy gonna do the. I mean, think about it. Final Fantasy 10. I mean, 15. No, no, no. Fuck. Final Fantasy 7 remake was in development for over more than 10 years. So they gotta steal everything from all these Final Fantasy in the past and put it into this fucking game.
Yeah.
That's how they're gonna make it survive. I'm telling you, man.
I just well, I mean, we'll save this for another podcast or episode or whatever. But
Oh
yeah,
shit.
they bottom line, they had a huge success with it, and I hope they announce something soon about it. Then what? When did this game
I don't
come
know.
out? 2019,
I don't know.
28,
I
20,
don't know. I don't
year or
know.
two ago. They
It's
should
been a
start.
while.
They should probably start bring up some news about it. The next part.
Well, I don't want them to rush it. I want good games. Rushing a game gonna be a shit game. So I don't mind waiting. They got other IPs coming out, so I'll play the other stuff in the meantime.
This is my problem though, that I tell everyone that's excited about these. I'm like, okay, you're gonna play the first part, but then you're gonna wait years. It's like I hope you're really patient for this because you're not coming back to this. I mean, you could replay and stuff, but you're not gonna get the next part you want so badly for years. Like you have no choice.
I mean, I feel
This
like the
is my
old
problem with it.
fans, well, the older fans know the story. This is just nostalgia. The
No,
newer
I
fans,
wouldn't say that. I think this game is it's heavily nostalgic, but I could see where it's trying to diverge from the original storyline. Like it's trying to make its own story beats now and everything, so it would be different enough. Like
finish
by
the
the
game. Finish the game. Talk to me again about that later.
I already got spoiled by it, but yeah.
No, no, finish the game. You experience it. Then talk to me
Okay,
later.
I'll experience the spoiled bits.
No, just play the game. Just play the game. Finish it.
Anyway, we'll talk about this later when I actually finish the game.
Hmm.
What were we talking about? Konami? That's
Uh,
or Square
well,
Enix? What were we talking about?
talking about gaming companies that are fucking up that might be bought up next
Messing
or want to
up.
sell. Yeah.
Okay,
So
I
we already
think Square
spoke
Enix is
about.
off the plate for now. Like they're not screwing up enough to do that. They're like Final Fantasy 14 is like doing incredibly well now, and Final Fantasy 16 is pretty hyped up.
Is that really hyped up? They're not releasing much news about it.
From what I've seen, people are pretty excited about it. So I mean,
I mean, it's a Final Fantasy game. Of
yeah.
course, you'll get excited about it. Shit, I was
Uh,
excited for
I
15.
used to, and then I'm just like, yeah. Final Fantasy
I,
is okay. Final Fantasy. How are we still talking about this? Final Fantasy doesn't, well, for me, doesn't have the same name recognition as it used to have, like the same reverence, because they fucked up so many times along the way, and I'm just
yeah, they do.
like, now other JRPGs have gone in the mix, like Persona and such. That is just like, you know what? There's some other games that do a bunch of things better. That Final
Uh,
Fantasy still needs to catch up on in some things. In some things. And then some
okay.
things, Final Fantasy is like, that is fantastic. There's, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
I love
Well,
to death. Yeah,
I
Persona.
just don't have high expectation for all games. I just lower my,
It's better not to
expectation.
get super hyped. You're just
Yeah,
going to be disappointed.
definitely disappointed, and you're gonna spend a lot of fucking money that you can't get back.
Yeah. Especially the state of games. God, Battlefield 2042, anyone.
They
Like,
don't have integrity.
can you even, or do you even want to trust AAA freaking companies deliver a serviceable product on day one?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I feel like it's the Western companies. I feel like Japanese company are still humble enough to release a non-broken game. The game may be
Hmm.
shit, but it's not broken. Like when you first play Avengers, was it broken? It wasn't broken, right?
It
It,
wasn't
it was just
broken. It's
it
just
was bad
it wasn't
after you
great,
finished it.
like game wise.
Okay, that's fine. All these other Western games released their game fucking broken, and they thought it was okay,
I
right?
blame the whole day
Cyberpunk.
one patch, or we could patch it down the line and we'll fix everything eventually. I hate that
It,
thinking.
it never get fixed though. It's still broken. Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk's still messed up.
broken. All right. Battlefield 5.
That was
That
messed
was
up.
yeah, it was incomplete, missing pieces. It was pretty bad game. Now this new Battlefield, right?
That
Pretty
was even
bad.
worse somehow.
Yeah, it was even worse. How the fuck you didn't learn your lesson? Battlefield 5 was so bad.
Battlefield
How you
4
gonna
was
make it
terrible at
worse?
launch too, actually. It was like there were so many crashes and everything. There were so many technical issues with that game. Yeah, they got steadily worse with their performance and stuff.
Like goddamn, man. So yeah, just a lot of the Western games. And then we got like fucking Rockstar with their re
GTA
yeah, what the
collection.
fuck is that?
They
It's
gave
like
it to a mobile company.
how you gonna like remaster it and say this is the definitive edition and it's not definitive at all? That's some bullshit. Like at least they didn't fuck up with the. Did you try the Mass Effect remaster?
Yeah, a
How
bit.
was that?
I tried it.
How was
It's a solid remaster. Like there's no like huge glaring issues with it.
Oh, yeah, at least they didn't
They
fuck you up.
fixed, they modernized a bit the controls and everything, so it doesn't feel as
Okay,
clunky.
yeah, that's good. The only big changes is not having the ass shot, but that's okay. I could get behind other stuff.
I can't. That's it.
You
That's a
can't.
deal
You can't.
breaker for me.
That's it. Well, well, I have the original trilogy on PS3, so it
And you
doesn't.
never
It was really
finished it.
clunky. Yeah, it was clunky. I couldn't really finish it.
They're not
So
good shooting games. They're they have great
what do you
characters
mean?
and stuff and lore.
Okay, okay, okay.
I always found that weird about Mass Effect. Like the more games they wanted, they focused trying to make the shooting even better. But I'm just like, they're not good at this. They should have. They became less of an RPG.
Ah, see. Ah, well. Oh well.
Yeah, the going way back to Bungie thing, Sony. I don't know. Are you excited for future Bungie things from
Not
this?
really. I was never a Halo fan, and I was never a Destiny fan. So
Hmm.
when I played Destiny 1 on the PS4, it was great shooting. It was fun. The story was ass. That's it. Really nothing to really. I'll tell you one thing. Division has a fucking better story than Destiny.
The
It has.
Vision story isn't great either.
I know, but I like it more. I
Oh
find it.
man.
The setting was good. The fucking Thanksgiving, Black Friday, money, terrorists.
So the
Uh,
virus and stuff.
yeah, it was a great setting. It was great. It was good. The enemy was awesome. They were badass. Fucking cool builds. It was fun. It has its bad moments, but
The cover
I
and shooting were
still
tight.
I still remember all that good shit from this game.
Yeah.
I beat Destiny 1, but nothing really stood out to me. Like stick in my head like this was a great moment. It was a great, fun, interesting, story beat moment. None of that happened. It just got good shooting and very cool. How you say it? Ultimate. You just look
Oh,
so
like
badass
abilities
in
and
third
stuff.
person. Yeah, when you use that ability, boom, third
It's a
person.
very
I was
flashy
this is a
game.
very fucking cool. Like bam, bam, bam. I was like, wow, very cool. And other than that, it's just nothing really memorable to me.
That's the same with me for Destiny 2, because I never played Destiny 1, but thinking
Oh,
about
you should
Destiny,
though. You should though. I think you should. Some of the mission and stuff was fun.
yeah, the Destiny 2 base story was so bad and forgettable.
What
Like
you beat? You went through the whole thing by yourself?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you could totally play it by yourself. It's perfectly fine.
I'm
Um
sure for sure. I mean, I played Destiny
just
1 by myself.
it's just so bland. Like the villain and everything is like guy is a stereotypical evil dude that wants to take over the world. I was like, I don't care. There's nothing compelling about him. It's just like things are happening, something happens, and you regroup your group. Like you get your group band back together and you beat them. There you go. Okay.
Mm.
Like maybe Sony will help him with this, like you were saying,
I
but
I
Bungie
think so.
sucks at making a good story. They suck. Like
Well,
I love Halo and stuff. Like
uh-huh.
me and my friend, we love Halo. We played that freaking Master Chief Collection for 300 plus hours now. That story is so freaking bare bones and simple, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's amazing. It's simple, and it was cool at the time. But nowadays it's not amazing.
Mm, I see.
But yeah,
Well,
Bungie's never known for complex characters or stories.
okay.
They tried with Destiny, I could see that. They just their writing is just not good. Like they need to up their game with that.
Well, the development for Destiny was pretty bad too, if you heard about it. A lot of writers quit. A lot of people didn't like see eye to eye. Just a lot of rewriting. So that's what they had. I'm just thinking with Sony with the resources and their such a big fucking team, I think they could actually work something out together. Maybe they don't have to write in house. Get a different writer from a different team, to give them a good script, and they could work from that. Okay, they make a fucking good engine already. Shooting's tight,
Oh yeah,
right? Gameplay's tight,
yeah,
really fucking stylish. They work on a new IP right now, so
right.
if they could team up with Sony, get some shit done, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for Sony, good for Bungie.
It's just funny to me that Bungie gets acquired by Microsoft way back when they make Halo. Break free from Microsoft,
Mm.
be working with
And the,
Activision.
mhm.
Then they break off from Activision. They go freelance a little bit, and then they go to Sony.
Well, Sony promised them they have free independence, so
Yeah, I wonder if Activision said that too. But then it turns out there's some leaked documents saying if it doesn't sell well or something, like if it doesn't do well enough, then they could take over and stuff.
see. Well, right now Sony's not concerned about sales. They thinking long term. They want their expertise and a live service game, and so Bungie got that.
Sony
That's
definitely
what they
has a
need right
niche
now.
of story games. What I'm finding though is the Sony single player story focused ones are starting to feel like similar beats. Like
For sure, for
they
sure,
feel formulaic in some ways. Like okay, they're doing
for
this
sure,
kind of
man, for
thing.
sure. I totally agree with you. I totally agree. So the latest one I played was Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah,
So similar to fuck, what's that game called? Horizon Zero Dawn. So similar.
really.
What's another single player
God
beat to
of
beat one?
War,
God
Spider
of
Man.
War was I didn't play Spider-Man, so I have no say to that. I play
Um,
God of War.
hmm. I play God of War. It was pretty good.
It was good.
It was
But yeah,
good.
like mhm.
But the combat got pretty tiring.
I'm not gonna lie, I got really bored with the combat too.
I
I got
felt
very
that way
bored
too.
right
And
away.
then someone was telling me like at a certain point, like everyone felt kind of bored at around the same point, and then like they did that on purpose. But I'm like, that's not a good game design
What? They did that on
if you made
purpose?
it kind of
Why?
dull and then you change it up later on.
Oh shit.
It's like you should
I
have
never noticed that.
even that out more so it's not boring like after a while. Like
I
that's
see.
not great.
Oh, another title that feels kind of similar will be wow, Infamous
Oh, okay.
Second Son or some shit. I don't know.
Never played that one. I only played it 1 and 2.
Yeah, that was the third title. Yeah, it was like open world again. Gotta go all this shit. Go here to get the story beat. Yeah,
Ah,
it's
I
really
guess
similar
they
to
do make
Horizon.
open world story games, don't they?
I mean,
Spider-Man, God of
oh,
War, God of War
is this?
open world, quote unquote, but I
I,
mean,
I
there's a
guess
lot of stuff to collect in there.
it was linear
It was
until they went to the
linear, but like
once they opened that gate, right? It became open
then you
world
could
ish.
start collecting stuff, and
Oh, I see.
I mean it's
You can
way
you can
linear, more
stop.
linear than the other ones.
You can stop there. Don't go any further. You're gonna spoil stuff for me.
Okay,
I only got to that part.
but yeah, it's
Mm.
man, they got a lot of open world games.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe with Bungie, they will have some new mechanics, maybe stylish fighting. Something would change, hopefully. And if it's gonna be live
I
service,
noticed
so we'll see.
with these games, like all these Sony games,
Mhm.
not very like fast paced, you know? They're very methodical and slow, which is not bad. I'm just saying like it's a noticeable trend they do.
Well, it's changing. Now they got Housemark, the people that made Returnal. Well, once you play that, you'd be like, oh, fast pace. I got you.
Yeah,
I
I suppose.
got you. And it's fucking hard too. So fucking hard.
Well, that's nothing different with their Demon Souls and all that.
No, I think Demon's Souls is a different type of gameplay.
Yeah, it is.
You know, this one's like what do you call those arcade shooters with the spaceship?
Roguelike?
Like,
I don't know.
no, no, not roguelike.
Spaceship?
It's like like you fly around a spaceship. There's a lot of those like shooting aliens, and there's a bunch of these like beams you gotta
Space
dodge.
Invaders?
Something like that. What do you call those type of games?
Uh
Bullet hell. There you go.
okay,
Bullet
Bullet
hell.
Hells.
Yeah, so it's a
Oh, like
really
Ikaruga and all that stuff. Okay.
I never played that for Nintendo,
That
but
was that
yeah, it's
was
similar.
that was a superb game. That was a superb Bullet Hell.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a bullet hell game, really challenging, really hard, interesting story. So like, if they make more interesting games like that, unlike those formal methodical open world shit, like I need them to stop doing that because it gets really boring and really overwhelming too.
Let's see. They're gonna do it with the next God of War. They're gonna do it with the next Horizon.
Yeah,
They're doing it with the next
yeah,
Spider-Man. Yes, yeah.
yeah. They gotta stop doing that. I'm not into that anymore.
I mean, it
I'm not really
comes
into
like
that.
the same feeling after a while. It's like, okay, you're doing the same thing, just different settings.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Like, that's Sony's strength right now, but see, people eventually are like, all right, yeah, they're making the same connections as us, or maybe they already have, but they're still willing to indulge them and buying their products. But
As long as Microsoft is not putting out anything better than Sony, then people gonna flock to Sony because Sony got superior storytelling
for
games
now,
for
but
now. Yes, for now.
Microsoft, yeah, like we're saying,
I mean,
they have
Microsoft acquired these
seriously.
the
Sorry,
companies Microsoft acquired doesn't have strong storytelling games besides
that's not true.
Obsidian. Obsidian is the only one.
Uh,
But
no, I'd say, well, the first. rebooted Wolfenstein game from Machine Games under Bethesda and Cinemax and all. They made a very good story game, like a
Oh,
shooter.
okay. Okay.
It reminded me of like I don't know what you call these kinds of shooters, but it's like arcadey and such. It's like health packs and stuff. Like an older shooter feeling, like
Right.
regenerating health kind of thing. But it reminded me of like a Resistance or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Like those kinds of
Regenerating
games.
health.
Also, I don't know,
Sounds
like
like a call. Sounds like Call of Duty to me.
kind of, but it
Regenerating
was way
health.
more fun because it actually had a good story.
Okay. Okay.
I think they do. I think what Microsoft acquired does have the, like I said, the pedigree to make really good stories.
You're right. You're right. Prey, Dishonor.
Yeah, they have Prey, Dishonored, and all. That's
If they
just
take that
Bethesda,
team, you're right. If they take that team, they could make a good story game. You're right.
and they're all well. Yeah, they're all different. I'd say Dishonored is very different from like Doom or Wolfenstein or Prey. But yeah, I think Microsoft has covered a lot of bases with their acquisition.
Mhm.
Like they could make a variety of games, whereas Sony, they got some variety, but I think Microsoft has way more now. Potentially, I don't know. I don't know like what their future projects are like for both these competitors. They could be making a gotcha game match 3. I don't know. Make something that for all we know.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what they gonna release in a few years with this new team of theirs, and see what Sony gonna release with their new team. I hope they revisit old IPs that Sony has with this their new team. They could bring so much to their revive their old IPs.
Oh yeah, like what?
Like you brought up Resistance, a shooter. Boom, Bungie with that shooter, an even better shooter. you know, same thing. Killzone, another better shooter. Just got to team up with partner up with them. A
Yeah,
better shooter.
I'd like to see Bungie make a Killzone game.
Yeah, it'd be really cool.
That'd be like right up their wheelhouse, like sci-fi ish.
hmm
Or I've really never played Killzone to know.
Oh, I played it back in the day. I played it for the PS2. I didn't play for the story though. I just played for the shooting. So I
Yeah,
have no idea how the story was. But the shooting was fun.
I just remember those Killzone enemies helmets because they're cool.
Yeah, it's really iconic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean they have potential too.
Mhm,
Whatever happens, I want both of them to be making good ass games for gamers, us. So then we benefit.
mhm.
We get some really quality games from both because they're both trying to one up each other.
Yep. Yep.
And then Microsoft will just be like, "Nah, we'll just buy Sony."
They could
I don't
can't
think
they?
they could do that. Say they can't do
That's
that, but
I
I
think
don't.
that'd be breaking US laws. That's too big now.
Yeah,
You know? At least for that gaming industry. No, it's just too big. Microsoft will have everything. They'll have their hands in every industry. The movie industry, computers, game. What else they have? Hmm. That industry too big. It's
yeah,
too
they
big.
got their hand in everything.
Yeah, I don't think that could work out. You know, I think they gotten way too big. I don't think they could do that.
I am sensing a little bit of arrogance from Microsoft, just like the press release and everything, or like from Phil Spencer and such, like their language.
Oh,
It
really?
just seemed a little like arrogance.
I mean, why not? Why not? I
I
mean, think about
guess
he's
they haven't
American.
proven anything yet.
Microsoft's a Microsoft's an American company. You know how cocky Americans are.
Yes. I don't know if I should be insulted or something. We're both Americans. I don't know. I don't.
I don't know, man. Lately, I don't feel proud to be American. I really don't.
Yeah, that's another discussion for another time. Yeah, I don't know. It's them bragging about all these acquisitions we'd be making great game developers. Like you haven't even made anything yet. Like you haven't released
That's
anything
true.
yet. It's like you're
That's
talking out
true.
of your ass right now.
That's
It's
true.
like you're just buying up
That's
companies, but you haven't shown anything yet.
that's a cocky American way of doing things. I'm just gonna buy you. If I can't win, I'm gonna just buy you.
Yeah, it's like it's okay. You're just bragging how much money you got, I guess. I don't know.
uh,
It's gotta see something happen. It's like right now they're just buying, acquiring. It's like, okay, show us what you got. Show us that it was worth it buying all these things.
well, the problem is, I feel like now that Microsoft show off that you could just buy something, you don't have to make anything. That's why Netflix started doing it too. Remember how Netflix bought a couple gaming studios?
Oh yeah, that's right, man. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So if Netflix able to put out a Game Pass superior than Xbox, holy shit, that'd be
What
so
would
awesome.
Netflix even possibly do that to get
I
people
don't, they don't
interested?
need to do anything, bro. I just told you, they just gotta buy people and they make games for them,
I
or
don't think
they
they have enough
buy the
money to do that.
license.
Like to buy
No,
really big name studios.
you don't need big name studios. Think about it. There's more casual players than hardcore players out there. And what do casual players play? Really
Candy
shitty
Crush?
mobile games. Yeah, those shitty games. You know? So all Netflix gotta do is buy companies that are great at making these shitty addictive games and put it with a bundle for Netflix. And there you go. You can play games and watch stuff on this pass. You know? But Sony tried to do that. They tried to package some movies and TV shows with their games, but it didn't work out.
It was like what do they call it? It wasn't part of PS Plus, was it?
No, no, it was something else. Yeah, they kind of dropped the whole like movie things on their platform, TV shows. They're not doing that no more.
Oh
But
really?
no, but they still have potential. Remember, Sony bought uh Crunchyroll, and Sony
Oh
owns
man. I keep forgetting about
Sony
these acquisitions.
Sony
It was a while ago.
owns Funimation, and Crunchyroll is a fucking really big anime distributor, not distributor, streaming platform. So they
Right.
got those two big ass anime platforms. So like they becoming really big. So all they gotta do maybe like give out some free anime bundles with some games, and there we go. Boom. Microsoft doesn't have that shit. Netflix has some anime, but they don't have fucking good games. So like each company could one up each other. They just gotta keep buying, 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 buying. Who got the best bundle? You know what I'm
It's
saying?
the oh man. We're in a new kind of
Well,
war.
it's just better for us though. At the end of the day, it's just better for us. I just gonna go with the company with the best bundle that fits me.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the offers best quality games.
Yeah.
So that benefits us.
Yeah. So let them compete. Let them buy each other. Let's see what happens. At the end of the day, they can't buy the overhead company, but they could buy these little companies.
Like indies and such.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you
Yeah,
can't buy the overhead
guess you could
company because
snatch
they
up
become too
those.
big. Yeah. So
Yeah, we'll
yeah,
see. I
Netflix
mean,
could do something.
yeah,
I
just a lot of big news for these acquisition wars. I'm just gonna call it that.
yeah, I guess.
I mean, we'll see what the future is. Like, if this pays off for both with these competitors. I
I
have
hope
a
so.
feeling it's not going to end with this.
I hope so. I mean, as long as it's not EA, just chopping up all these studios if they fail a game. You know what I'm saying? That's shitty. All these
Leave them in a
potential.
graveyard. It's like, all right, we're shutting the studio down. I remember
Yeah.
the Dead Space devs, the
Uh huh.
studio got shut down.
Yeah.
Same with Maxis, who also made SimCity and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, they're
Sim
gone.
City? I thought so. But the Sims is still out. Who makes the Sims
That's
though?
different. I think Maxis used to make them, but I think it's someone else now.
Oh, I see.
I haven't played Sims in a while.
Hmm.
I don't think that's Maxis.
Well,
At least not
anyway,
anymore.
yeah,
But anyway, yeah.
yeah. As long as they don't chop up companies, let them like, oh no, studios, let them like keep doing their thing. That's fine.
Yeah, just don't become a monopoly, kids.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, I hope we'll see. We'll have our thoughts on anything else. Uh, yeah, this was more Sony, Activision, Microsoft focused, but we'll try to bring you some other topics. All right, that's it.
Okay.